Okay, I don't know how much I lost. I'll check it out. But I found out that the tins and the coppers, the different tins and different coppers kind of work together. You can still craft using any of them. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to worry about changing the config file. And since I'm still, I don't even know why I'm bothering. I don't need it right now. Since they're not conflicting with anything right now, I'm just going to leave it. Unless I get too much tin and copper, because as I was just explaining before, forestry adds it in itself. This, oh, here we go. That's nickelite. That's used for RP2. All right. This is emerald. That's the stuff used for tools. I think I'm going to have to change my time limit on these videos, because sometimes I get to yapping and I don't know where it ended and where the video ended. So I don't know what I didn't talk about. All right. All right. So what I do, oops, is I dig around lava like this. I went further out than I usually do because of all the stuff, but so I'm going to continue to do this. All right, while I'm digging, let me just tell you this. For those that they haven't played Tekkit, um, redstone's redstone, right? But with red power too, you need a crap load of it. The two biggest things you're gonna need, okay, three. I'll tell you how. I'll show you how to take care of the diamond problem later. Are diamonds, number one. Number two is iron, and number three is redstone. Those three things, uh, diamonds will take care of, but you will always, always, always be looking for iron and redstone. In the beginning, you're going to be like, man, this is a lot of redstone. Don't worry about it. It'll disappear before you know it. So collect up all you can, no lie. I mean, just get it all, because you're going to need it later. And since I'm digging nickelite here, I'll tell you about that. And it's nickelite in the B when you first set up your RP2 stuff. Okay, let me just say this. Do it this way. If you don't use a lot of RP2, if you're like me, I use it for a sorting machine, and um, where nickelite's involved now, I gotta quantify it that way. You'll need a bunch in the beginning to set up your solar panels, your battery boxes, okay, stuff like that. After that, I'm going to tell you the truth. For me, it becomes recycle fodder. I'm pretty much throwing it in the recycle. There's so much of it. There's something else up there. Oh, more nickel. Um, so just keep that in mind when if you're going out of your way for nickelite or something, or you'll have more than enough nickelite to do pretty much whatever you need to do. everywhere you look, it's around, and it always comes in big, huge veins. It just see, I mean, you just can't. So really, you never have to worry about Nicolette except in the beginning. See what I got over a stack, and I've only gotten this far. Plus, I already had 45, so I'm already at almost two stacks. It comes fast. I hate throwing anything out, but whatever it looks like. Nice batch of charcoal already. I mean coal. Coal in the beginning goes really well. Coal goes fast until after you get your solar set up. Because once your solars are set up, you don't need coal as much. You know, in the beginning it's important because you're running a regular generator. In the middle it's important because you are building solar panels, which take a good amount of coal. Your nano armor takes a good amount of coal because that's pretty much what it is. Um, After you get your enough solar panels made for your needs, it becomes not as important because then you got different power setups and everything, and it's not as needed. What I do, the way I do it, it's usually I need coal a lot in the beginning. Then when I finally get my geothermal up and running, it's I use a lot less, but then I'm saving up for my nano at that time, which eats up a bunch of it again. And at the same time, I'm doing solar panels, so it all, it's a long time before you stop needing. Why am I not getting hungry this whole time? It's hard. Just noticed that I haven't gotten hungry in a long time. But I'm gonna keep on mining until I hit some more lava. Maybe hit some more diamonds so I can do a happy dance. More gemstones. I'll be back later. Alright, ran into another lava, which is always good news for me. Oh, this thing's turned out to be a huge one. Well, as far as how big it looks, sometimes ones like this will only be a couple deep. Or sometimes some of the smaller ones are actually, they'll go all the way down to bedrock. So it'll be interesting to see. Looks like there might be a shadow glitch over here. So I'm just going to keep on getting it. Whew, on one hand, I'm glad, to find a huge lava lake like this. On the other hand, I'm using stone tools, and this thing keeps on going on and on and on. And stone tools are so slow. Oh, Lord. When Listen, when when you go on a multiplayer server, if you don't know anything about the mods, I don't care if you're 9 or 90, do yourself a favor and look up the wiki for the mods. All right, if you're on a Tekkit server, you're not going to understand it all till you start doing it. But read the wiki. Try to get an idea of what things are and what they do. Um, I got a wife and daughter yelling at each other across the house. So, well, not yelling, but well, talking in loud voices. So hold on a second. All right, what was I saying before? Read the wikis. At least get an idea. Hell, bookmark the damn things at least. All right, because if you go on a multiplayer server without any experimentation on a single player server, you're going to be asking in chat, hey, what's this? What's that? And you are going to get the stupidest freaking advice ever. All right? Ever. I mean, just. And then you'll have people who think they're pro telling you how bugged this is, don't use this, how bugged that is, don't use that. And then you find out the idiots are just using it wrong. All right? So do yourself a favor and try to understand or at least bookmark the mods that are used. If you're on Tekkit, Tekkit's got a really good wiki. So if you got forestry, it's like forestry.sengir.net, which is SENGIR, I think. I've bookmarked it so long ago I can't even really remember. Because you're going to find out in your NEI that it doesn't have a lot of the forestry recipes. A lot of the recipes have changed. So make sure you look up the recipes that are on the version you're using of forestry. But just damn, do a little bit of reading. Okay, here's a perfect example. If the video doesn't quit, I don't know how far I am on this, but here's a perfect example. Here's the main one. What should I do first? Well, get down to level 12, find some lava, because geothermals are cheap and they provide good power. All right. Now let's just say that's the way you're going to go. That's the way I usually go. I always go, but let's just say you're doing it too. All right. First thing is a tank. Sorry, a pump. All right. There's 3 pumps. Okay. That's the IC2 pump. It's the red power pump. That's the BC pump. You're going to ask, oh, what the hell pump? Which pump do I use? I'm going to tell you right now, use the BC pump. All right. 2 reasons. It's easy to build. It's a mining well in a tank. All iron. Okay. It's a lot of iron, but it's all iron. Hit backspace here. And a tank, which is just 8 glass in a room. All right. It's your cheapest to build. If we take a look at this one, you get into blue electric motors, fluid pipes, and all this other stuff, and I'm sure it's a wonderful pump, but fuck all that. This pump isn't that hard to make, except think I think this one you need a mining well to work with it or something like that, and it's IC2, which means you need the special wrench to remove it. Okay, this you can remove with a pickaxe. So you use this and some redstone engines to power it. Now, I have people all the time, oh, you need 4 redstone engines to power them. You do not. 2 will power a pump. Alright? And as long as you don't need the shit like right freaking now, it works more than fine. And I'll show you that later when I start. Do not get yourself confused over this stuff. If you need to pump water or lava, build this one. Alright?